Thanks for joining me on this first episode of SurvivorDude. I'm going to be coming to you on my YouTube channel, showing you the ins and outs of surviving here in the wilds of northern Utah. I draw my inspirations from Steve Irwin, from Survivorman. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's Survivorman, and Will Ferrell. They're all stand-up guys, and I think there's another Australian bloke that I really admire and I want to dedicate my program to. So on SurvivorDude, we'll be covering various Utah locales, and I'll be showing you the ins and outs of surviving. On episode 1 here, we've been dropped far into the wilds of Mueller Park. I've been climbing up this canyon for some time now, looking for some sign of civilization, because of course that's the best way to survive, is to find other people that have food and water, and not just to find your own. This backpack I'm wearing, I found along the way. Some bloke left it, and it came with a fully equipped GPS unit, and I'm not sure what this device is, but it looks really kind of useless, really, for me in any kind of survival situation. I really don't know what that is, and I was just very lucky he left some diet drinks in the back, because I'm trying to lose weight, or cut that. Some drinks in the back, and there were a couple granola bars, even a jacket pinned onto the side here. And strangely enough, he left his, he must have been eaten by a bear, because he left his pistol here and he wasn't able to get off any rounds. It's got a full 6 rounds in it, .380 caliber. So I feel pretty, well, damn lucky to have found all this gear here in the wilds of Mueller Park. But I figure the best way to find civilization, really, in episode 1 is to go ahead and head on up the canyon, get up to higher ground, try to find civilization up there. I was just dropped in here by helicopter, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll check in now and again. There's a raging river to the side, so there's probably plenty of fish over there, and you know, we can eat fish till the cows come home. Of course, I didn't bring any fishing line, but I'll catch them with my bare hands if I have to. So yeah, Tally Ho, we'll check in next stop. Had to check in with a brief update. I was able to cross the river, ford the river. That's F-O-R-D-E, ford the river through this log that fell across the river. I don't know if I'd have been able to cross without it, and fortunately for me, some wire mesh kind of landed on the log right there and made it so that I could cross. So tip number 1 for surviving in Mueller Park Canyon is don't plan on crossing unless you've got good balance. Otherwise you'll just fall right in those rapids and you'll be a goner. All right, check in a bit. This is day 2 of our first ever episode of SurvivorDude. Day 2. We're getting fairly thirsty now. I don't know where we're gonna get water. I'm not gonna trust that river down there. It's probably contaminated and all. Okay, my next check-in. For the last 5 miles or so, I've been tracking this large mammal. I think it's a moose. You can see evidence right there. The moose track. See the large tracks there. It might even be an elk, I don't know. It's one of the two. Yeah, I've been tracking him because I figure I can fashion a spear from some of these twigs here, and I'll spear him to death. And I'll probably, man, if I get that beast, I'll be able to survive for at least 2 days on that meat. You know, he's gotta be 700-800 pounds or so. You know, and there's gotta be at least 50 pounds of meat on that thing. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep my voice down here, keep tracking him right up this hill, you know, to a nice ambush spot, and then I'm gonna fashion a stick. I'm really wishing this bloke that left me the backpack would have had the foresight to have a knife in it, because I could have lashed a knife if he'd have left me some rope and everything. I could have lashed the knife onto a stick and I could just spear that beast and eat like a king for at least 2 days or so. So I'm gonna keep tracking him here. I'll check in later. This is day 3 of our survival in Mueller Park Canyon, northern Utah. This is quite a bit different than the outback that we're used to. I don't see any wallabies or fosters or anything around here. Checking in again. We're still tracking that moose elk type creature, but I've been surviving, supplementing my nutrition with small creatures off the ground, spiders and grasshoppers, and just tearing right through them. And they're a great source of protein, and they're a great source of green stuff. Yeah, so I've got one right there. See that fat bloke? I'm just gonna get him right there. Oh. Oh, God, Zeus, that's so disgusting! Edit. Day 4, survival up here in Mueller Park Canyon. I'm getting very hungry at this point. I must have eaten about 30 grubs, 25 grasshoppers, and 15 spiders, one of which bit me right on the tongue. Oh, my tongue went numb for about 16 hours there. But we better find food soon, or I'm a goner. We've got 3 more days to go here. Okay, I've got another serious update. I just ran into a rattlesnake and he's right there. I swear to Zeus, he's right over there. And he didn't even leave his damn warning off to me. He's right in that rock over there. Got my gun drawn and I'm gonna blast his friggin' head off if he comes anywhere near me. That bloke could have frickin' bit my leg and killed me right here. Only 10 miles into this journey, but there's that damn snake sitting in my way. I'm gonna try to get a better shot. All right, here's another update. I don't know if you can see that dirty bloke, but that damn rattlesnake's sitting right there in my path. He is damn well gonna stop me in my journey to find civilization. He's all coiled up and ready to just bite my ass. And from everybody knows, those are the most deadly snakes on earth. Rattlesnakes in northern Utah. More deadly than the asp or the king cobra. I think those are fictional snakes anyway. So I'm gonna try to give him a wide berth. B-E-R-T-H, berth. And get around this bloke. Day 5 here in Mueller Park Canyon Survivor. The weather's been our enemy this whole entire trip. The only way we've survived the elements is at night we dig a pit and then we bury ourselves in dirt. It keeps us dry, it keeps us warm, because nights up here are brutal. I'm pretty sure the temperatures have been down into the 50s. Day 5. All right, after that big rattlesnake scare, we got back onto our moose. Here's his tracks. Big moose tracks. These leaves are probably just fallen last night with the rain. And these are very fresh tracks. This moose, and you can even see an elk track right inside the moose track. This moose track's gotta be very fresh. think we're gonna get right up to him pretty quick here. So, anyway, I've been carrying this stick to ward off rattlesnakes. I'm banging it on the path. That's tip number 2 for rattlesnakes. They're mighty tasty, but don't get on the wrong end of those buggers, or you'll be hollering for Zeus or something. Alright then, we'll check in later when we spear that moose. So, moose hunt update. As I said, my spear flew 2 inches over his eyeball because I was naturally aiming for his head, because everyone knows you gotta hit those things square in the head with one solid big shot. I was aiming right for his eyeball, right there in the left eye, from about 75 yards with my spear. Cut, edit. 75 meters with my spear. I missed his left eyeball, but just a hair. He got up and charged away, crossed the river, went straight up that bank right there. Next time I'm out, I'm gonna scale that wall and I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna bring my bow next time and we'll have better aim. Anyway, so we've lost the moose. The newest challenge though is I'm pretty sure I'm completely lost in this wilderness here. I really have no idea where we are. And I really have no clue how to use any of this equipment. I don't even know what the crikey that is. This is a GPS, but I haven't the slightest clue how to use it. Even if I did, I wouldn't turn it on, because this is SurvivorDude after all, and I've got to find my own way out of here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, I am still heading for the top of the ravine because I figure that's where I'm most likely to find civilization. Right up there, right up at the top. I figure I'm probably a good 12 miles back here. The helicopter dropped me maybe a mile into this wilderness, and it's probably taken me an hour and a half, and I think I've gone at least 12 miles. Cut, edit. I think I've gone at least 12 kilometers back here into this wilderness, so I'll update you when we get closer to the ravine, the top of the ravine, and when I find some other civilized man. Day 6. The moose is long gone by now. Just a legend. Even though I know I missed him by 2 inches. But I've been eating shrubs, grass. I've been coming out both ends, puking and vomiting and diarrhea, the whole mess. I think it's probably the shrubs, but I'm not sure we can make it another day. We might have to call in the crew, but they're still back in Australia and out in the outback, so we're gonna have to do on our own. This weather's gone from bad to worse. It's a veritable downpour out there. We did make it to the top and didn't see a sign of civilization, but as we looked all around, we looked down in the valley and we could see some smoke rising from the valley. A sure sign of civilization, or a recent lightning strike, but probably signs of civilization, a fire, someone who probably, poor beggars, are starving more than I am. So we're gonna go down there and help them into the valley, but there's no going anywhere in this weather. So I've curled up under this pine tree here. You can see it's providing an excellent tent from the elements. I'm not getting a drop of water on me. Not a drop. If the weather got much worse, I'd probably check in the pack and see what that poor bugger might have had in there for rain protection. Probably nothing, because he was so ill prepared. And I've been thinking it probably wasn't a bear that got him. It was probably a lion, a mountain lion. Because a mountain lion will lie in wait. That's why they're called lions, because they lie in wait and they spring on you. And once you're in the jaws of a mountain lion, you're a goner. They'll rip your pack off and leave it for the next bloke. And they'll cut off with your body and they'll feast on you for days, shredding you from limb to limb. That might be a bit graphic for our younger viewers. Parents might be wanting to cover the ears. But anyway, as soon as this downpour lets up, I'll head back down on the trail and see if we can make it down to that smoke plume. See if we can be of assistance to those poor buggers who are very likely starving. We'll check in later. Day 7, survival in Mueller Park. This will be my final update. I think I'm almost out of the canyon by now. The smoke is long gone that we've been following. Those natives down in the valley must have starved by now or been taken over by raiders. Well, who knows what. But they're goners. And I can't do anything for them anymore. I have to think about myself now. It's every man for himself at this point. I think I'm about 2 miles from the mouth of the canyon. I'm going to try to find their encampment. See if they have any hidden stores. Not stores where you buy things, but stores where you hide stuff for later. Kind of like a cache, like a bunker or a hideaway, you know, something like that. Because I'm sure they've got weapons, food, water, everything I need down there. I don't think I've eaten in about 3 days now. I'm pretty sick of bugs. I'm sick of crawly things, and I've eaten every snake I've come across, which is 4. Yes, I ate that rattlesnake, and he tasted mighty good. So, I'm signing off. Maybe one more update from the mouth of the canyon, and then we're off. Another update. Just when you think you've seen every snake on the trail, 3 so far, there's number 4, and I just thought he was a big fat slug. I was gonna eat him. I was gonna grab him and pop him right in my mouth. We're just gonna watch this slow fellow go on down into the river there. He's just winding his way down into the river. Slow. Now he's coming back up towards us. I think he might be trying to bite us or something. No, he is. Well, no. Yeah. He's headed right down there into the river. He's a slimy bugger. Sly as a snake. That's how the saying goes, sly as a snake. Everyone's heard that one. Let's just see him go down into the river there. Come on, little mate. Come on, mate. Where'd you go? There he is. Into the river you go. Come on. Down into the river he goes. Well, we'll leave him be. We gotta get down there and hit those poor starving blokes in the valley, struggling to make a fire. Well, this is the end of episode 1, our pilot season. We've survived 7 days in Mueller Park Canyon. It wasn't easy. I sometimes despaired a bit, but in the end I knew the viewers like you were pulling for me to get down out of the mountain, find civilization. Very nice of the crew here to leave me a survival vehicle to drive myself home. They've left me, looks like a Prius or something like that, but no matter. My legs have fallen off. I haven't eaten in 5 days. I haven't drank anything for 3 days. So I better get myself home, showered up, and ready for my next adventure. Next episode's gonna be a very special episode. We're gonna be in an urban environment, zombie apocalypse style, how to survive moving house to house with zombies everywhere, how to scavenge what you need from houses, avoid zombies, avoid raiders, everything you need to know. So tune in next time. Thanks for tuning in.